Neuroscience, the study of brain development, has recently been in the foreground of educational theory. How does the study of neuroscience impact current educational trends, and is there enough scientific evidence to support the way we teach in today's classrooms? Implementing neuroscience findings into classroom teaching strategies is still in the infancy stages. It remains important for teachers to develop a strong understanding of brain development to avoid the pitfalls of what Mohab Castaldi refers to as pseudoscientific brain-based learning approaches. Education is not only about taking in facts, it is about developing the brain and strengthening connections. The brain contains several areas that are central to learning. The tonal cortex, which filters incoming information, the hippocampus, where memories begin, and the neocortex, where conscious memories are stored. One important piece to understand in brain development is neuroplasticity. That is the brain's ability to form and strengthen neural pathways through experiences. Using memory activates the brain and makes connections stronger. In addition, when the brain is experiencing pleasure, dopamine is released, which helps the brain remember facts. Neuroscience continues to show that the brain uses, stores, and discards information based on needs and connections. As educators, our job is to help create those connections to strengthen learning. The definitions of neuroscience and cognitive psychology, although related, are often used interchangeably by educators. While neuroscience is the study of the way the brain works and develops, cognitive psychology helps us to understand changes that can be made in the classroom to improve learning. With this knowledge, it is important for teachers to remember that experiences shape the brain. Identifying student strengths and understanding individual student needs are important elements for teachers as they seek to improve learning in the classroom. It is our job to help students understand their ability to change their brains and experience success. Student motivation will increase with the expectation of success. So, what changes can be made in the classroom to provide learning through understanding of neuroscience and cognitive psychology? Well, make learning a positive social experience. This will release dopamine, helping the brain remember facts and transfer information to the amygdala, helping to better retain information and for the long term. Provide challenges and differentiated instruction. Stressors such as boredom and frustration inhibit neuroplasticity. New learning cannot be incorporated when the brain is experiencing stress. Incorporate distributed learning. Students learn more when material is spread out over time. Distributed learning can double the amount students remember. And allow students to learn by doing. Providing a multisensory approach to learning enables students to make connections to the material in a variety of ways, therefore improving retention. One research study identified respondents as making the following changes to their classrooms after learning about neuroscience. Frequent movement breaks, encouraging the development of a flexible mindset, using graphic organizers, engaging multiple senses in lessons, and modifying the physical classroom environment to make it more home-like. These types of changes that were made at the upper levels are naturally embedded into the preschool and early education models. It is important for teachers to understand and implement strategies at all educational levels that have been proven to improve student learning through neuroscience and cognitive psychology research. Additional research and collaboration are necessary for neuroscience to positively impact educational strategies and pedagogy. Teachers need to be wary of tools and curriculum marketed as brain-based products. Teach Thought states, the real impact on brain-based research on education has been much more subtle. It is not necessary to purchase a new curriculum to support student learning. It is imperative to understand that the way the brain develops and the strategies used in the classroom support cognitive development. Scientists continue to study the impact of incorporating music and exercise into the classroom on student learning. Data continues to be collected and analyzed to determine whether or not these have a positive impact. Collaboration between scientists and educators is the most important component when implementing changes based on neuroscience. Scientists must continue to gather data and examine why certain strategies work in the classroom and how they can be replicated to aid in cognitive development. Teachers must understand brain development and how to design lessons and instruction opportunities that are engaging and stimulating. This partnership will foster student learning and improve educational practices in the future.